What if I told you that there was a way that you can feel love at all times? It's almost as if you're being showered in love, as if you're being given love and all this kind of stuff like that. But the thing is, you don't need anybody else. You don't need anything. You don't need to be wanting things. You don't need any of it. It's something that you can do yourself in any moment. And it's based around this concept that I got in meditation a couple of weeks ago. And it's really simple. It's just simply, here's the idea, is that everything in life is a transaction in love. But it's not a transaction with other people. It's kind of like a transaction with yourself. Because each time that you do this, you're choosing to give love in that moment, whether you're giving love to somebody else or to yourself. And let me tell you kind of how it works. Okay, so the first time I understood the concept was with my wife. And I'm basically a jackass a lot of the times because I'm always sitting there going, okay, I need to get these things done. I've got to, do my videos. I've got this channel that I'm trying to grow. And we also have our online business that we're doing. So it's like I'm constantly doing things, right? So what happens a lot of times is when my wife and I are talking or whatever, she's telling me about something. Sometimes I just want to get away because I need to get over to the computer to get some stuff done, right? And that sucks. I know that sucks. I mean, that's bad. And but that's kind of the way I am a little bit. But it's out of excitement that I want to get to do these things. So, I sometimes give short attention where I should give a lot more. But anyways, after this concept came in meditation, it was interesting. Because, again, she brought up something to me. We were talking. She was mentioning something. And all of a sudden I remembered, okay, every action is a transaction in love. Every event is a transaction in love. So it was funny. What I ended up doing is I sat there and I started truly listening. And what I also did is I just started sending love to her. I was just giving love. And the most amazing thing happened. It was like everything kind of loosened up around me. And all of a sudden, I didn't need to get to the computer to do anything. I didn't need to do anything. I wasn't feeling like I wish I could do this, or I want to do this, or whatever. I'm excited about to do it. And nothing. I was with her. I was listening to her, and it was a beautiful moment. I mean, it was just fun. And I just relaxed and I was giving love to her. I was listening to what she was saying. And I could feel love coming back to me. Now, here's the funny thing. It took me a little bit to understand what was going on. And what was going on was it wasn't the fact that, let's say, my wife was giving love back to me or anything. It was that I was just simply being love in that moment. In sending love to her, in giving love to her, and I mean an actual physical act of like sending the energy to her, I was being love in that moment. And when you are love, that is all you can feel. That is all you are in that moment. You are love. And it really hit me, and it was pretty amazing. And I've used this in other times also when I'm, driving or whatever it happens to be. I sit there and make a conscious choice. I can see that I have choices within this. I can choose to, let's say in the case with my wife, is to go back to the computer or want to go back to the computer or get antsy or angry or upset or short-tempered or annoyed or whatever. But I didn't. I chose love, to give love. And in doing that, as I said, I became love. I was love. I don't need her to give love to. I don't need you to give love to. I don't need anyone else. And I sure as hell don't need anyone to give it to me. which is a relief because a lot of times in my life, I'm looking for it from other people. I want approval and, love and all of these other things. But in the act of simply being love, of giving it, sending it out, or with my attention or with my choice to live love in that moment, I'm surrounded with love. I am love. And it's a really simple thing to do. You can do it in anything that you want. You can do it when you're making a choice to what to eat for the evening. You can make it in a choice of what you want to watch on television or what you want to spend your evening doing. Give love. And I know that sounds a little strange, but it's not, because you can make the choice to give love in those situations to yourself. You can choose to do the thing that doesn't hurt yourself. You can choose the thing where I am choosing to send love to myself instead of getting angry with myself for whether it's not paying attention to my wife, or it's not doing the proper thing on my computer, or not getting the things done that I want, or not having as much success as I want, or anything. Each of those are a choice that I can make, and I can choose to give myself love in that moment. It's a transaction. When I give, I receive. When I give love in that moment, when I choose love for myself, I will inevitably receive love, because in that moment I am being love. You can do this. It's really quite easy to do. The only difficult thing is to keep remembering to do this. Like I keep saying, we always get caught up in things and our own emotions and habits and things like that. But when you begin the process of breaking the holds on there, you begin to look at each moment, each choice, each action, each moment with yourself. And when you turn it into that, when you turn it into giving love to yourself, to another, to the planet, to the environment, to your business, to whatever it happens to be, when you give love, what you're really doing is you're being love in that moment. And you can't help but receive love in that process. You are surrounded by your own love. You don't need to hope for someone else to give it to you. You don't need to look for someone else to give it to you, and you don't have to feel that you've got to do something in order to get it. You give it to yourself first. It is a transaction in love. You give the love and you get it. And the beauty is, it's all within yourself. Love ya.